set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Back deep is Steven Sims. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. A field flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a loss on the return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made at the 26-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now it's 2nd and 10. A handoff, running left, Henry. Bulldozes past him. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On third down, Henry. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Jackson now. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. Look at the big fella go. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 57 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. Justin Tucker for the extra point.
Bet you won't score no more.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he
Dafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Being chased out left. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. C.J. Uzomah, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Jackson now off the bootleg.
No.
Roll him out right.
No.
Well, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted.
Told you not to do it, man.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Watch this.
He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
And that one into the hands of Brown downfield.
And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for Philly. 41 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Up the middle with Barkley.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They'll go to Barkley again. He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And brought down, but the juke, a very nice juke, gives him the 1st down yardage there. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
A handoff to Barkley. And he will take this one in for the Eagle touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to extend their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays.
That's caught inside the 20.
Good tackle. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Good tackle.
It's a big play there for Baltimore.
Good tackle. It's good, Darius.
So often when we're watching a football
It's good, Darius. Good tackle.
This one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine. This
Fucking tackle, baby.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Henry again.
Damn, Reed Blankenship. Good touchdown, Gray. Good shit, man.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score.
And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends were on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes
Yeah,
back
man,
out to kick this
on
one
too.
off.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let me show you something, man.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. Here's a give to Barkley. Call it a gain of 4. Leaves them with options here on second and just a yard.
Only 4 yards on that gain, but, you know, a lot of people would say that's like getting 9 in normal circumstances since this was 1st and 5.
Yeah, now your playbook's wide open here, second and very short.
Yeah, I still don't think that you can count it in the stats that way at contract time.
No, it still goes down as 4, not 9.
They go play action with Hurts. And this throw incomplete.
Big man.
All over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. On the draw, this is Barkley.
And he will have a 1st down here before he gets banged down to the turf pretty hard.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your
Oh
defense is
my
going to
God,
have
I
a
put it
trouble.
on fake.
Quick throw there is
You
incomplete.
see that run, same shit.
The start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting worked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And
The
his throw
defense
is
again.
incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
Oh, damn, he tried to solo catch.
It's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he did not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself, you don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will
I fuck
over the
up
other.
on offense. You don't score at all.
3rd down and 13.
Here's Jackson to throw.
I fuck up on offense. You don't score.
Down he goes. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here.
They're looking deep here for Flowers.
Oh,
the
shit.
early struggles
Give me that
continue.
shit.
Here's another one intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 41. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball
Smash
like that, trying to
baseball.
throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. That one complete down the field to Smith.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Hey,
Heavy traffic and it's intercepted.
that game.
And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
That's bullshit, man. Good defense. Like I say,
The Raven
I'll talk
offense
about
set at
offense,
the
let's
line
go.
for this next drive.
Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly
Keep on running.
Practice a 2-minute drill all through camp.
That's all you can do.
One practice each week before a game. A
Man,
minute
I shouldn't
run,
mention that.
more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Keep on running.
This just shy of midfield. A
Keep
spot
on.
at the
Okay.
49.
119 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure
We
off.
playing everything safe.
Been struggling a little bit.
I'm not a stat player. I'm a winner.
Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't
Yeah,
hold on to the
Devontae.
contact. Brings up second down.
Oh, what the fuck y'all doing?
Henry will get it. He's been busy
What y'all
today.
doing?
And a
Got
strong
a
run
defense.
there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
That's good for a Raven first down. 15 yards there. Now Jackson.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this ball incomplete.
I supposed to pick that shit. That's why you ain't caught it.
To be a catchable ball and could not
Cause you caught that motherfucker and dropped it.
That's some good
You caught that motherfucker and dropped it though.
That looked open for a minute.
I was on target in that pass though, nigga. I was right there. I played it wrong.
Converged on his man and broke the play up.
And that's how I go. Good a good time.
With the pressure, maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Henry again on second down. And he'll bring it up here right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on third down.
A 20th carry down for Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Henry. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Jackson.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And that
is
no good. And this will
stay
at a 7-point
Come on, man.
game.
Boy,
Come on, man. Shit. Make that shit, bro. Easy ass shit. Give me a game. I like this game right now. You missing that easy ass shit. I don't know if this beginner's luck while you in the game right now. Goddamn, bro. Make that.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley.
And
he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
142 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hurts.
Sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, 42 yards.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
It's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
We're in Baltimore. Third quarter action, 2nd and 10.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Henry up the middle.
And it's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Henry running right. And he'll get it down to the 47.
Jeez, man.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
A 1st down carry for Henry.
Oh, my God.
Spaced that way. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
2nd and 10.
And now Jackson will look to throw it.
Thank you.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Now Saquon Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Dropped at the 35, able to display his agility, but not much room to operate. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right.
Oh, good pick, man.
It's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Good pick, man.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Jackson going to shift him around. 2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
2nd and 9 from the 44. To throw is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 54 yards.
That's how you put field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal
And what you
line,
did?
but the damage is done. It's going to be 1st and goal from an ideal position.
Teacher, I said.
Massive bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. He'll try again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Now it's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Buying time to his left. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. Adafe Owe there on the tackle. 2nd and 9.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 174 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Up the middle with Barkley. Able to push his way through. And down inside the 15 he goes.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Open man has got it, the tight end. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Barkley And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
2nd and goal from the 1. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Ravens come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
DC, ready? Hey, Alpha, it's hot. What are you? What is it?
One last shot for Jackson. Rolling to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.